Welcome to our weekly news roundup. I'm Alvin, and these are our news. Our first story is the world's first 3D printed village is coming to Latin America this summer. The second is Instagram will begin blocking hashtags that return anti-vaccination misinformation. And the last is game studios would be banned from selling loot boxes to minors under a new bill. Let's get started. Alright, our first topic, which is the world's first 3D printed village, is coming to Latin America this summer. As you may all know, 3D printing has been all the rage now. There are a lot of commercial 3D printers available in the market now, and you could purchase one easily through Lazada or even Amazon. So, an acclaimed designer, Yves Behar of Fuse Project, Austin-based construction technologies company Icon, and nonprofit News Story just unveiled plans to build the world's first 3D printed community, which will provide over 50 homes for impoverished families in Latin America. This ambitious project originated with News Story's mission to end global homelessness with sustainable cutting-edge technology, and Icon's 3D printed home has been adapted into new site-specific designs thanks to the Fuse Project's on-the-ground community workshops. Icon has developed a portable printer that will create durable and scalable homes out of local concrete. The device is engineered to work in remote areas that may lack access to water, power, and labor infrastructure. Each site-specific house will feature an outdoor kitchen, an expanded outdoor area for raising chickens and crops. The open-plan interior living areas are optimized for natural ventilation and flexibility. And the 3D printed homes, or the 3D printed homes, will be essentially custom built for each location. The 3D printer will allow for built-in elements ranging from countertops in the kitchen and bathroom to seating and shelving. The walls and structural elements for each home can be 3D printed in just 24 hours with nearly zero waste. So essentially, this might be the start of a sort of revolution for poor areas where we can literally print them houses with nearly zero waste using what materials are available locally. So hopefully we can build houses for homeless people all across the world with this project. The next story is Instagram will begin blocking hashtags that return anti-vax information. Instagram will begin hiding search results for hashtags that consistently return false information about vaccines, the company said on May 9. The company will effectively begin blocking access to hashtags that return misinformation designed to dissuade people from vaccinating or getting vaccinated. Known vaccine misinformation refers to misinformation that has been verified as false by the World Health Organization, or WHO, the Centers for Disease Control, or CDC, and similar organizations, the company said. Other posts that express anti-vaccine views but have not been confirmed as false could stay up, but it might, be verified sooner or later. Instagram will review these posts that are being removed under misinformation policies and will use machine learning to understand which hashtags are associated with it. If a hashtag has a high proportion of misinformation, it will be blocked, and Instagram declined to specify the percentage, saying it could encourage people to game the system. Alright, our last story is game studios would be banned from selling loot boxes to minors under a new bill. On Wednesday, Senator Josh Hawley announced that he would be introducing a bill banning manipulative design features in video games with underage audiences, including the sale of loot boxes. This legislation, if approved, will prohibit the sale of loot boxes in games targeted to children under 18. Games marketed toward wider audiences could also face penalties from regulatory bodies like the FTC if companies are knowingly allowing children to purchase these randomized crates. Regulators would determine whether a game is targeted at minors, considering similar indicators that they already use for the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA, and subject matter and the game's visual content would help regulators determine if the game is marketed to children. Pay-to-win mechanics in games targeted at minors would also be outlawed under this legislation. This includes progression systems that encourage people to spend money to advance through a game's content at a faster rate. These new rules would be enforced by the FTC, which has already reported they opened an investigation into loot boxes after Senator Maggie Hassan questioned the commissioners over the practice last fall. In February of this year, FTC Chairman Joe Simmons would not confirm the existence of an investigation, but he told Hassan that the Commission would hold a series of workshops with both consumer advocates and the game industry as a whole on loot boxes this year. Outside of these actions by the FTC, United States officials haven't acted as aggressively on loot boxes as regulators abroad. Last year, Belgian gaming commissions ruled that loot boxes fall under the jurisdiction of gambling. Well, of course, it's pretty much gambling, except you're gambling for electronic items, not, real-world money or the equivalent. Concerns spread across Europe, and this pushed studios like Blizzard and EA to pull the sale of loot boxes. For me, as a gamer, I think there are certain types of loot boxes that are very predatory, and I do hope that this new bill would help push more investigations into that, let's just say, less than savory practice by the gaming industry. All right, thank you for watching. Those has been our stories for this week. Once again, this has been Alvin for OG Tech, and thank you for watching.